You turn the key and nothing happens the way it should. Maybe silence, maybe a click, maybe it turns over and never fires. You are on a mooring, the tide is turning, and the engine is the one thing you needed. Almost every no start comes down to a short list, and you can work through it in 10 minutes. A diesel is stubborn but simple. It needs clean fuel, it needs air, and it needs compression to make the heat that lights the fuel. If it will not run, one of those three is missing. Everything you are about to check is just finding which one. Step 1. Listen to what it does. Start by listening, because the symptom points straight at the system. Nothing at all, not even a click, is electrical. A single out click and no turning is usually the starter or a flat battery under load. Turning over slowly is battery or connections. Turning over briskly but never firing means it is spinning fine, so you have a fuel problem, not an electrical one. Step 2. The electrical side. Check the obvious in order. Is the battery switch actually on and on the right bank? Are the terminals clean and tight? Because a green fluffy terminal will crank a light but not a starter. Is the emergency stop with a kill cord back in position? A voltmeter is worth more than a guess here. 12.6 volts is a healthy battery. 12.2 is half flat, and anything that collapses below 10 while cranking is a battery that is finished. Step 3. Fuel. If it spins but will not fire, follow the fuel from the tank forward. Is there actually fuel in the tank, and is the fuel valve open? Look at the primary filter bowl. Water sits under the diesel as a clear layer, and dirt shows as a dark sludge. Check the secondary filter, then the lift pump. Diesel bugs and dirty tanks are the commonest cause of an engine that starts fine in the marina and dies in a seaway when the fuel gets stirred up. Air is the diesel's real enemy because the injection pump cannot compress it. If you have changed a filter, run the tank dry, or opened any fitting, the system needs bleeding. Work forward from the filter, opening each bleed screw in turn while pumping the manual lever until fuel comes out steady and clear with no bubbles. Then close it and move to the next one. Bleed in order, and it takes minutes. Bleed at random and you will be there for an hour. Step 4. Air and cooling. The moment it fires, look over the side. If there is no water coming out of the exhaust within about 15 seconds, shut it down. Check the C-cup is open, check the strainer for weed and plastic, and check the impeller. A raw water impeller that has run dry for 2 minutes is destroyed, and the pieces go downstream into the heat exchanger where they are much harder to find. Once it is running, the exhaust color tells you what is wrong before the gauges do. Black smoke is too much fuel or too little air, so think dirty air filter, overloaded engine, or fouled hole. Blue smoke is burning oil, warning rings, or valve guides. White smoke is unburnt fuel or water, so think cold engine, injector trouble, or in the worst case, a head gasket. Clean and almost invisible is what you want. Most engine failures at sea are not sudden. They were visible at the dock, and nobody looked. Check the oil, the coolant, the belt tension, and the filter bowl before every passage, and change the impeller before it fails, not after. 10 minutes at the dock buys you a quiet crossing. So, the essentials to carry with you. Listen first, work through the list in order, and never let the engine run without water. A diesel that is looked after will start every time. and that is worth more at sea than any other piece of equipment on board. Fair winds, and thanks for watching.